Hey everyone, this is Austin, and I have to say before, because people just don't, actually watch videos, they just go by the titles, which I think is quite, you know what I mean. But this is mostly satire, so I have to claim that before I start the video, because some people just don't know how to take jokes, because we live in a society. Thank you, Joker movie. Anyways, continue on. So, what's this video about, Austin? Why did you say Dragon made manga bad? Because people just don't have any time to spend on their own self-esteem, so they have to take it out on everyone. That's why I'm here. And, as a man that, as any man that watches anime and enjoys, anime plot as much as the next guy, I felt obligated to talk about it. And it definitely wasn't because I put a poll out and asked you guys, what do you guys want me to do? And I guess you wanted me to be a jokester. Anyway, so we saw a little while ago, I know I'm a little late with this video, but some parent was having an issue with the Dragon Maid manga showing too much skin and everything, and it sparked outrage. And we always see on Twitter, by the way, this isn't just going to be focused on, Dragon Maid, but this is going to be focused as a whole, as the whole thing of anime plot is bad. And I have to say plot because I can't say the other thing, and it's usually because of her that everyone gets very upset at Dragon Maid. And the thing I don't get is, kids are seeing this kind of stuff, and it's not such a bad thing, because it's nothing really, over the top, like stuff you'd see on American television. And that's the thing I don't get. And one thing I think is really hypocritical is the fact that, we see this kind of stuff in history books and, art and good old health books. Why is it bad all of a sudden when it's not made by the West? It's almost like it's something else. Maybe, they're against foreigners? It could be that. I'm joking. I don't like to throw blanket statements because, I'm better than them, usually. I can go as low as them, though. Know that. Test me. We'll find out. But anyways, no, it's just, I know in 5th grade you learn, when I went to school, you learn about this kind of stuff, and, I've seen stuff like that before, because, it's the human body. You will see it if you have female cousins. I mean, even crying out loud, your mother. And sometimes you just don't want to see that, and it's just, you're a young kid, you don't know what it is, and the thing is, I think the more educated you are as a kid, the less likely bad stuff you're going to do later on is going to happen. That's just my theory, that's a game theory. But, even going, with psychology, too much of it is bad, but the thing I don't get is that parents complain, even though it's in the art books, history books, health books, they get their kid GTA 5, and all of a sudden Dragon Maid's bad? I mean, really? You're going to draw the line there. That's where you're going to draw the line. When you have something that's not from the West, all of a sudden you're, it's bad. It's real bad. Really? You know what? I think the parents need to be better parents and realize, maybe I'm overreacting. And yes, it was found in an elementary school, but you learn about that stuff in elementary. If you don't know that as a parent, I don't know what to tell you. You should be asking your kid, hey, what are you learning in class? I know if I had a kid, I'd be doing that because I'm interested. I want to know what they're learning and see if I can help them. And apparently these parents are being really bad parents, and they can't take care of their own kids. And truthfully, I don't think they should have kids if they're getting upset over something so small, something that could actually probably bring them entertainment and teach them about something. And all of a sudden it's bad because it's not from the West. And that's my biggest issue with it, I always see. But anyways, now let's talk about, the anime perspective. And yes, did I put all these, ada kind of girls in the background? Yes, I did. It's to scare away the people because they're scared of the, the anime plot. Oh no, it's anime plot. Yeah, no, it's not, I'm not even joking. That's sometimes how it is on Twitter. But anyway, so we see a lot of the hate usually on Twitter, or people with blog posts that really shouldn't have blog posts. They should really reconsider themselves. And it's really sad because I took journalism and they don't really follow the journalistic, guidelines. And you're not really supposed to input your opinion without having a counter that you fully defend. That's the thing I never got about journalism to this day, but hey, who am I to really do anything about that? But nonetheless, we see usually the hate is always about a character that is oversized, plot, And I mean, look at Mamako, for instance. She has, pretty big anime plot, but they always come to the whole thing about, oh, they're back. Oh, no, it's unrealistic. It's kind of hilarious hearing this from the West, where we have a bunny magazine. I'm not going to say the full magazine just to avoid, YouTube, because YouTube doesn't like me currently. I don't know why. YouTube, can we talk? I thought we had something special. But nonetheless, it's always that argument. Oh, they're back. Oh my God, it's unrealistic. And it's just honestly tiresome at this point. And, the thing I like to be usually about, and I'm going to sound like a social justice warrior right here, and I am actually for equality. All jokes aside, I'm all for that because I yearn for true gender equality. Yes. And this is actually being serious, so I have to say that. But anyways, I'm always for body positivity. I mean, you should love your body, and if you don't like your body, if it's really, really, there's a certain extent to where you shouldn't touch it, or you should. That's what I'm going to say, but try to love yourself, honestly. You can't keep being angry at the world because you don't like yourself. You have the power to actually change yourself if you don't like yourself. That's the thing I don't get. And, it's upsetting to see that people get so up in arms about unrealistic, Japanese animated drawn girls. I have to really say drawn girls. It's not like they're actually supposed to be realistic. If you are coming to anime and think it's going to be realistic, you are out of your mind. But, as I said, it's really rich hearing this from the West where, we have bunny magazines and really unrealistic models that get photoshopped, but all of a sudden a anime girl that's drawn that isn't supposed to be real is an actual issue. That's hypocrisy at the finest. What is this? Honestly, it's starting to get really annoying because instead of them wasting time on, making themselves better, they're going to go attack something because they don't feel self-confident. And they have my, I don't want to say it because it's going to be really mean, so I feel for them, honestly. But one thing I want to go and talk about right here is the fact that cosplayers, and, this is, honestly, I respect this person, cosplayer, about, what she said, and honestly, it's never, you can't figure out where the goalpost is. You never can with these group of people because it's like they work against each other, and it's honestly really stupid to say, oh, these big pLoT girls are bad, and what happened to having everyone represented in something? There is girls that exist like that. They're not common, not as common as anime, but it's just like, how about we represent them too? Not what you want, or do you just want everyone to be ugly because you're ugly? Inside and out. I mean, how many times have I told someone, how many times I've been told, hey, you're ugly in the outside, at least try to be pretty in the inside. I've been told that. Yeah. It hurts sometimes, But all jokes aside, it's just like cosplayers usually have, sometimes you see girls actually get surgery for that to appeal to the, themselves. And it's just, what happened to the whole thing of using yourself and being body positive, trying to show off how empowering it is to be who you are? I mean, love thyself, as I usually say to someone, or someone that's having issues. It's just, you gotta learn how to love yourself, and it's just, cosplayers, I have a lot of respect for cosplayers that, wear that kind of very revealing outfits. It's a very dangerous thing at a con, too, because there's people that will try to take advantage of that, and it's just, it takes a lot of guts to do that, and that's why they always have my respect. Especially they go the extra mile to go to the deeper side of stuff. I usually have a lot of respect for female cosplayers that do that, and I'm not trying to be, that guy, yeah, tip fedora hat, but it's just, I'm thinking about the whole perspective of being positive about your body, and saying that big pLoT is bad, that's kind of counterproductive to what they want. Honestly, it's just like, it's never anything that where we can actually point. It's just like they have nothing better to do. And I kind of wish they would spend their time to work on their self-esteem issues. It's just, yeah, I'll have an actual theory at the end about this whole thing. But anyways, talking about like the whole psychological perspective of this entire thing, it's just, I always had an issue with people having such a big hatred for big anime plot and, like harem animes or fan servicey animes. It's just like, I get it. I really do get it. You don't want that. That's cool and everything. Just don't go out of your way to hate it. And I mean, not per se, just talk about hating it. It's just, if we have not learned by 2020, it's coming up pretty soon, if you do not like something, don't talk about it. And, I usually go by that unless someone, hey, Austin, go do that video on that thing. I really want it. Okay. Do I have to? I'll give you a Scooby snack. Well, okay, let's do this. But it's just, there's never that place you can understand, and it really can mess up an entire, society in the sense of, we see in America currently how young females are doing really dangerous stuff to fit into this body image that the West set in, magazines that are literally near impossible unless you get surgery. And if I had a daughter in the U.S., I don't plan on, to be honest. I don't want kids in the U.S. But I couldn't stand my daughter having to change herself like that. It's just, you should be happy who you are, because you're going to have to live with this. This isn't no video game. That's the thing I don't get with people. This isn't a video game that you can just alter your body shape every day and change your name. Well, you can, but it takes a while. But you just can't keep changing stuff because you don't like it. You have to be active and actually go out and do stuff to make yourself happy. Don't make the world fall down with you. That is pathetic and really, honestly, not going to help anything. If you want to help people, think about how you felt and think about how other people are going to feel that just might be in the same situation and help them. That's my thing. But anyways, continuing on to the next point. We'll hear that it's sexualizing women. And really? That's usually what their argument is, and I get it. Girls that are wearing that kind of outfits, it kind of seems like it's doing that, but I think people forget that those things are sexual characteristics. And we have to reproduce to make the world go round. It's kind of like you walk on the street, a girl is wearing something revealing, going to a club. It's your fault for looking at it. You're the bad person, and just, what kind of stupid logic is that? It's just, if you're gonna do that stuff, own up to it. That's empowerment. That really is, and it's just, I don't get why people get up in arms, especially guys. Like, dude, we all, understand that you want a little, something, but you ain't gonna get it the way you're going, Tip Fedora. Not being a white knight's a good thing. Because, the white knight doesn't always get what he wants. And that's kind of just how life is. So, be the best you can be. Like yourself. Don't go defending someone, because most of the time they're going to see that, he's just good as a defender. And you don't want that. But nonetheless, bringing up to this point, it's usually that argument or another one, and I think this whole sexualizing the woman thing is just a stupid, utter, horrible freaking argument, because if they're going to really bring that up, look at the West. You want to say we're sexualizing women, they're doing it to themselves half the time, and it's just it's not bad. Why is it bad to do that kind of stuff? Because it's their body, they can do what they want, like you always argue. The group always argues that, hey, we could do what we want with our bodies. I'm like, go ahead. I am with you. And there's, of course, the ones that look like whales. Oh, how dare they look better than us. And they just get so salty. And I'm like, you know what? If you're going to be ugly in the outside, be pretty in the inside. And get a hobby. Yo. And it's just, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it sounds like I'm being one. But it's just like, come on. There's better things you can do in life, and you have to really just try to enjoy yourself and try to love yourself, because you're not going to get anywhere. But getting on to the next point, how, they always say, oh, we always defend the cultural difference. And, that whole argument is stupid because, oh, it's a different culture. No, it's the same thing because one of my Japanese friends that are from America, that were born in America, says it's wrong. Look, if you're going to go and say that, at least actually research the history of Japan. I mean, I've looked at a lot of pieces of art. I love art. I really do. I like researching other cultures because, I'm not one of those people that are ignorant and don't actually try to understand other people. I try to understand. And, if you look up Japanese history and some of the old pieces of art, Japanese was made by women, the language. So, yeah. We've got to really talk about how Japanese people are very, anti being feminist or anything like that. The entire language is made by women. Yeah, learn some history. And the artwork, it's very sexual. It really is, and it's no different from anything that we've seen in the past. It's just, I don't know why all of a sudden we're all up in arms about that stuff. It's how it is. People back in the day actually enjoyed who they were. Till we had to, for some reason, question stuff stupidly. I don't get it. And as I keep saying, if you do not understand the culture and say, oh, because my friend that's Japanese and born in America, that's not a full-on Japanese person. That's a person, that's an American, not a Japanese person. Yeah, believe it or not, that's how it is, And just don't try to use that argument. It's stupid, and research actual stuff because you're going to find something you enjoy. I research a lot of cultures. I'm a very big cultural person, but nonetheless, continue on. The one thing I always really laughed at about, oh, it's sexualizing this, oh, this stuff is doing this stuff. Shield Hero and Goblin Slayer and all this, oh, they're doing stuff like that. Okay, so why is it okay for Western shows? You're like, Game of Thrones. They have that kind of stuff in there. They do. Why is that okay, but when it's coming from the East, it's bad? Are you xenophobic? Are you? And, Orange is the New Black, if you want to talk about two popular shows that a lot of people know about. Why is that okay? And you notice how I'm bringing up very few, because it's just the same thing. There's very few animes that are like this. But they don't go and research it more. And we see this with, Fire Force and My Hero. It's honestly stupid. But wrapping this up, honestly, guys, if you have an issue with anime girls having big pLoT, you have to rethink about a lot of things. And truth be told, my social theory about the outrage culture, outrage mob, is they don't really care. And let's put this as Austin-Sensei's theory of, outrage culture. They don't care. They really don't. They just want to be outraged because they have self-esteem issues. And I think people need to actually start paying attention to this because it's getting very dangerous, especially when you have Obama speaking about this. But it's just, I want people to be happy who they are. And if you don't like something, you have the power to change it. And don't go attack a fictional story because some girl has bigger, pLoT than you. Those people exist. That's why, it's kind of stupid to get angry over something like that. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I know I dragged it on more than I like to, but I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is Austin, and I'm signing out.